Welcome to Padlet for primary teachers. Today we are going to be using the website Padlet to create a Padlet shelf designed to make learning interactive and fun for students. Padlet is an amazing resource because it's fully customizable. I personally use Padlet to create research boards, discussion posts, and student projects. Today we will be using Padlet to create a custom research board for students to access online resources and interact with online discussions. To start, we need to log into Padlet.com. If you do not have an account, you can create a free account now by clicking right here at Sign Up. The free account allows you to make up to 3 Padlets. The Pro account, however, allows you to make unlimited Padlets for $8 a month. So if you like Padlet, you may consider upgrading later. After logging into Padlet, click Make a Padlet. We are selecting a Padlet shelf. I like the Padlet shelf because I find it is more organized for primary students to find information. Let's start by modifying the design of the Padlet. First, I'm going to change the title of my Padlet to Space Research. Since we are making a Padlet about space, I'm going to choose a wallpaper that is space related. There are many options for wallpapers, so you can pause the video to select your wallpaper now. For my wallpaper, I'm going to click on Pictures and choose the Continuum wallpaper since it kind of looks like a galaxy. Okay, now that you have selected a wallpaper, you can change your font and color scheme. First, you click the back button. Then again, right here is where you find font, and here is where you find color scheme. For myself, I'm going to stick with the white color scheme and the regular font. Please pause your video and select a color scheme and a font now. Now that we have selected a wallpaper, color scheme, and font, I'm going to close the modifier menu because I'm not going to use it right now. Now we're ready to start making our Padlet. Let's talk about adding content to your Padlet. Adding content can be quite easy. Let's walk through all the tools Padlet has to offer. First, I start by adding a column. This is where you can organize information. This column will be called Space Videos. Now, when I add a content, I press the plus button right below. Here you have several options for content. They don't all show, so you can click the 3 dots to see what you have. Upload allows you to add files from your computer link, a PDF file, or a video file. Link is where you add links to external sites or embedded videos or YouTube. Google is the place where you can look for images to add to your Padlet. You can also search for videos, audio files, and GIFs. Snap allows you to take photos from your camera. Draw allows you to doodle an on-screen canvas. Place lets you add a location. And Padlet allows you to add one of your other Padlets or a link to a different Padlet. Let's practice adding content to our Padlet now. Maybe I would like to add a picture to my Padlet shelf. To do that, I would click the plus button. And then I would add a title for my picture. So for my title, I'm going to say Moon. Now, to add a picture to my Padlet, I have several options. I can choose Upload to pick a file from my computer, Google to search for videos, audio, or images, or Snap from my camera. For this, I'm going to search with Google. I find this to be the easiest way to find free images to put into my Padlet. So I have to make sure that I'm selecting images this time. And here I can type in moon. And I get all sort of great images of the moon. I'd select one now. So these images are free for use in your Padlet. There we go. Now we have a picture of the moon. But as you can see, I don't really like it because it has this little arrow here. So I'm actually going to exit out and look for a different one. Again, I'll click Google. And instead, I think I'm going to use this one. I think that might be intriguing to students. Now we've added an image to our Space Videos tab. Whoops, that's not a space video. So instead, I'm going to change this to say Pictures of Space and save. Now the great thing about these columns is you can add more things underneath it, such as links to something students might read about the moon, or maybe you might want to add a discussion board here too. But first, let's practice adding some more content to our Padlet. In your activity packet, you will find activity number 1, which is to embed a video into your Padlet. We're going to practice that now. So for this activity, you'll be integrating YouTube videos into your Padlet shelf. To do this, you can follow the steps in your activity guide. So first, you're going to open up your Padlet shelf like so. When your Padlet is open, you can create a new column for your space videos. So I'm going to add a column, and I'm going to call it Space. Next, you want to press the plus button to add new items to the column. Your screen should look similar to mine or what is inside of the activity guide. I'm pressing the plus button now. Add a title for your video. For this video, I'm going to be adding the title of the video itself, Exploring Our Solar System, Planets and Space for Kids by Free School. So the link to this video is actually in your activity guide. I'll be opening that now. So as you can see, I've now opened the link in the activity guide to the Free School video I'd like to add to my Padlet. So to add this video is very easy. All you have to do is go up to your search bar at the top, click it, and then copy. Go over to your Padlet, press link here, and paste your link in. And then press save. Congratulations, you can now see that you've added a video to your Padlet. You can add more videos by pressing the plus button and continuing to add videos about space. Another great way to use Padlet is to create a discussion board for students. For this activity, you'll be adding a discussion board to your Padlet. Here, students can comment on each other's posts and ideas. This is a user-friendly way to engage young students in learning. So if you log into your Padlet account and open up your Padlet, you can start creating a discussion board now. Start by creating a column on your Padlet. I'm adding a column to this previously used Padlet. So I press Add Column, and I'm going to name this Class Discussion and press Save. Now I press the plus button to add text to this column. For class discussion, you can really add any sort of text. For me, I'm going to add a question or give my class a prompt for a discussion. You can even add this underneath a video or a picture to promote discussion among students. So for this one, I'm going to call it, What is the most interesting thing you learned about space? Now, this isn't quite a discussion yet. Next, you have to turn on commenting to create this discussion. So to create comments or turn on commenting, click this little wheel at the top right of your screen. This is our modifier bar. This is where we can change a lot of different privacy settings and things in our Padlet, including posting and content filtering. We're going to be looking at both of those now. For posting, there's lots of things you can turn on. First, you can display the author's name above each post. I like to turn on attribution so I can see which students are posting where. Now, the post position shows where posts are going to appear. So when you look at your Padlet, is it going to appear above or underneath? I'm going to choose last. Now, here's what you really have to turn on is comments. This allows viewers to comment on posts. Now you can see that Add Comment has showed up underneath everything in my Padlet. Now, reactions are a fun way to get students engaged in learning. I'm going to choose the like reaction because I think it's something students are familiar with, where they can like each other's posts. Now, here's something that's really important. Although your Padlet is sent with a unique link or email address, you have to decide if you would like to do content filtering. Content filtering requires all materials to go through you. I personally like content filtering for younger students because sometimes they just like to say things like hi or hello in discussions rather than answer the questions. So I'm going to require approval. Since I'm the moderator, I have to approve all comments on posts. Filter profanity replaces bad words with nice emojis. Now, I hope we don't have to worry about that with our little kids. However, sometimes there's misspellings and things like that, so I like to turn that on too. So as you can see, I've turned on attribution, comments, reactions, I required approval, and I'm now filtering profanity. I'm going to press save to have these settings saved onto my Padlet. Perfect, it's ready to go. So now that we've learned how to add different media and content to our Padlet, and we've looked at adding a class discussion, we're going to talk about how you can share your Padlet out to your students. So now that my Padlet is ready to share with my students, I have to find a way to send it to them so that only they have the link to this Padlet. The best way to share is to go up here at the sharing setting. You click share, and there's some privacy here, and then inviting members. Privacy says to keep the Padlet hidden from the public. It's secret and visitors can write. I like to keep this secret privacy setting so no one else can go onto my Padlet and it's secure for my students. But if you click change privacy, there's password protection, there's private, hidden from the public, and there's also public. I find secret to be the easiest for younger students since then they don't have to put in a password to access the Padlet. Now, if I go back, there's different ways I can share this with my students. This is great because maybe you want to do something fun and interactive with your kids. You could copy this to your clipboard and add it into Google Classroom, Seesaw, or another web-based application. However, you can also create a QR code. This is great for creating different places for students to access Padlets. For example, maybe you take this space research Padlet and you want to put it in one of your classroom library books. Then you can print out the QR code and tape it inside the cover of a book. This way students can scan it and learn more information about that topic. You can also embed this into your blog or classroom website. You can email it to students and parents, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, or the best right here is to share right into Google Classroom and connect your Padlet account onto Google Classroom. These are all great options for sharing your Padlet with students in any way that's appropriate for you. Now that we've gone over the basics of Padlet, I hope that you're able to make Padlets that are appropriate and fun for your students. There's lots of different things you can do using Padlet, so go ahead and try and explore them now. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you. Bye.